we have like Bap and Moira as the healers, okay? So this means in theory that Moira can keep everybody healed up, right? Like the tanks, she can keep the tanks healed up, she can keep the soldier, she can keep the Doom. And with Bap you can be a little bit more aggressive in case you have like a main heal. It's the same as, let's say you play with Ana instead of Bap, Ana and Moira, same thing. You can go for aggressive flanks, aggressive plays. Because like this healer can heal up the entire team if they all play grouped up together. So it's either you going very aggressive or Moira going really aggressive. If both of the healers are doing like the same thing as in healing right now and one is not playing like that aggressive, then it means that that's the first thing you need to keep an eye out for. As in, understand when you're allowed to do more than just heal, so to say. So again, if your team comp can be healed, almost solo healed by one support, if you're the other support, you can try to go for more cheeky plays. If you're just going to stay in the back, heal Orisa and Sigma, and Moira's going to heal Orisa and Sigma, you both are going to get very slow ult charges because you're both healing at the same time, you both have mass healing. And at the same time, the enemy will not feel that much pressure. For example, the enemy team comp, Lucio cannot go that... He can go for aggressive flanks and stuff, but he usually wants to play with the team to speed boost them and other stuff like that and to peel for them, and Moira can heal them up. So like you have the luxury of playing more aggressive, either you as the Bap or Moira. Now regarding who you need to heal, when you need to window and stuff like that, to be completely honest, you just need to stay in the back of your tanks if you decide to play heal bot next to your Moira. If you decide to play a little bit aggressive, you can take different angles, which I will explain, because this is probably this VOD will be the primary example, actually not the primary, the main example, a very good example, I mean, in showing when to DPS and when to heal, okay? I'm going to explain, first time watching the VOD, if you don't go for aggressive plays, I'm going to explain when you can DPS and when you can heal. One thing to note is, if your Doomfist goes YOLO somewhere, you always need to keep an eye out for Doomfist. Moira cannot heal the Doomfist at long range. She lacks long range healing. She can heal the Doom by having the healing orb on. So again, you kind of like need to take care of Doomfist. Whenever you play Baptiste or whenever you play a healer, you need to be careful. The first thing you need to ask yourself is, what can kill me from the enemy team, you know? Like, this is the first thing you need to ask yourself. If they have Hog, I don't need to get hooked. If they have Orisa, I don't need to get pulled. If they have Lucio or Moira, no problem, just don't get isolated 1v1. If they have Reaper, I can play from long range, he can't do anything to me long range. But be careful about his TPs. With Symmetra, careful about her TPs, and just play long range as well. So as you can see, the enemy team has a clear weakness against you because they lack long range damage. Like they have short to medium range, a lot of damage, but they lack long range damage. I'm not saying that Bap does a lot of damage long range, but you can just tickle them to death if you know what I mean. Especially if you target the Moira, you might force her fade. If you target the Symmetra, you might force her into playing a bit passive. That's like what you're going to try to aim for. Now, this is like discussion about team comps. This is how this is going to go. Chill, it's quick play. First thing first, when you walk out of spawn, always try to walk out in cover, okay? So I know that your Orisa is in front of you, but I insist on this with every healer, because like, at the moment you're in the Lily side of things, you know? Lee, and then you instantly die from a widow from over here, because like you see how big of an angle she had in killing you. So walk either behind your tank or you have right side. Wait, I'm going to scroll. I'm going to throw it down just a bit. You can just walk over here with extra cover. Wait for the shield, wait for the tank. Don't be like full Pepega instantly. Just always be in cover, because this is how tilt happens, especially in plat. Like you're getting over here. Shield is not deployed, you die from a widow over here, even over here. You literally just die, and then your Orisa goes like, see, Bap is trash, swap Bap, why the fuck do you play Bap? And that's how tilt happens. So don't go in Lily mode, always be aware. You can see the enemy team comps, again I insist, 15 seconds after the round started. So at the moment you don't know the enemy team comp. Just assume that widow is everywhere. You got out safe with this. Interesting shift usage at the beginning, by the way. A lot of people would go like, why did you use shift there? I actually encourage it. Because you see, if you did not use like you're going to have the second shift available when the payload is going to be like right at the corner over here, right? So if you use it right now, 10 seconds until the payload pushes, you can heal up your team with right click. You will share healing with Moira, but you know what happens when you right click? You don't have time to shoot at them. So if you use shift very early like this until you reach like the point where the first team fight is about to happen, you kind of like need to look for spam, because Moira will... You need to spam your left click, you know, you need to damage them, because Moira will be able to heal up your team, and you're also benefiting from the just a little bit of trash damage that the enemy will do through the shields. You can out heal that through your shift. And again, if it's not enough, then Moira can heal. So if you use your shift preemptively before a team fight starts, you should look to apply pressure. This is actually very good, because a lot of VOPs right now just stay in the back, and just right click. In this case, you don't need to heal, you just use shift and then you shoot the shield and you should be fine. Good. Like, use the shift, you don't waste time in healing, you look for a turret to shoot. Exactly what I said here. There's no need to heal, just try and look for... walk behind the payload, walk in behind the shields and try to spam them. Let me play this again. Wait again. You think that somebody's low over here, like from the Doomfist. This comes with experience. Intention was good, this got unlucky with Immortality Field getting thrown out. The general idea is that even if Doomfist gets killed over here, so to say, if somebody's inside, you should be able to kill them quite easily, because the corridor is very short, unless it's a Reaper. But overall, like, he can get out of here. The intention was good, it comes with experience. He had cooldowns to get into a safe spot. You just threw Immortality Field inside. Unlucky, you're getting used to using Immortality Field. I wouldn't use Immortality Field necessarily, especially at this training, to try to save my teammates. I would use it to probably first Immortality Field. I would probably place it around the corner over here in front, so I can look for an aggressive play. If my teammate uses it very early, it's not my job to save them this early in the game, so to say, because he has cooldowns. This is about cooldown management and understanding. Fuck that you placed it like this. Like, this happens. You had to throw it over here. Unlucky, it bounced off. There's like this small ledge. We all make mistakes. But always understand what cooldowns does your team have. For example, if there's a Reaper that TPs, okay, if your Reaper TPs in them, then you don't need to throw Immortality Field if he's not going to ult, right? Because if the call is, again, I don't know your comms, I'm just giving the example on how to use your Immortality Field around cooldowns of the team. If your Reaper TPs in and he has ultimate, it's safe to assume that he's going to ult, so you need to throw Immortality Field. If Reaper TPs in, doesn't have ultimate, it's safe to assume that when he's low, he's going to shift out. It's not your responsibility to throw a long range Immortality Field. Same here. If Doomfist goes in, this short range, and he has Fist, it's click that he's going to get out, right? Same as, let's say Doomfist goes in, has ultimate, not your responsibility to throw Immortality Field, he can just press Q and get out. You're like trying to play the support type of role, so to say. Let's continue with this. When you need to be like more of a carry. So right now, see 15 seconds, with this Immortality Field, first point of pressure, apply it over here around this corner. It's like Immortality Field, it's like when you pee on something to assert dominance, you know, like if you pee on this, then like this entire section is like a fuck off zone for the enemy team. It's like literally asserting dominance to the enemy team, like you aren't allowed to pass this, at least for a couple of seconds. So using it here, and right now, see, same thing, like your ultimate charge is roughly the same as Moira. And you know why? Because like you focused on healing the same as Moira. When you can just play a little bit more in front, try to spam the shield. Like you see Orisa's ass here, playing her ass. You see Sigma's ass here, playing his ass. Like just stay over here behind the shield, shoot the shield. Even if you don't like hit the enemy, just destroying the shield will help 1 damage, 2 damage, 5 damage, 69 damage. Every bit of damage matters, okay? This is, again, a small mechanical thing. So, Doom goes in, full HP, don't even need to look at him. Like, full HP and you try to heal him. This comes with experience, just let him drop low. Your main goal should be on shooting the enemy. Look, for example now, imagine having an immortality field here and just shooting the enemy for free. Like not even playing with your shield. Like let's say your Orisa shield would be over here, right? Would be like somewhere over here. And this is the section you like control with immortality field on, of course staying outside of hook range. And just shooting at them. So like immortality field, especially in this rating, should be used again in a more proactive manner. As in, this is where the first fight is going to start. This is the corner where I'm going to throw immortality field. The immortality field will be protected by this and by this. If you throw it here, then easy clap to destroy it. But if you throw it here, you can just hug this corner and poke them out. See? Like the Lucio is already low. And one thing, again, like, wait, let me actually play it. Let me delete this. Let me play it. Here the hook, but careful, like see, I don't know if you're aware of hook's position, but still very good that you dodged it. Now he used hook, what can the enemy do to you? They can tickle you to death, right? Like there's nothing they can do to you. Moira will be responsible in healing you. You have your shift, if you need to heal or to get the fuck out, you can throw immortality field and heal up your team at the same time. Right now hook is off, walk in front, walk in front, walk in front. Walk in front. Just go in front and try to shoot them. Shoot them. Shoot them. Look at them. Everybody over here. Like you don't even need aim in this. Literally, you can just press the click and you can go like lee, 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 lee. And then you're going to get like a ton of value out of it. Hook is off and you back out. Right? Like hook is off and you back out. What can kill you? Nothing. But Reaper is going to spit on your face. What's Reaper going to do? Moira's going to suck you. So what? You're going to enjoy it because it's going to be like very slow, you know, if you walk in front. Orisa's gonna suck you as well, so what? The hook is already gone. Symmetra's going to like throw her right click on you. Then, okay, so what? It's not enough damage, it's not 200 HP. If they have Bongo enabled and Symmetra is spamming right clicks from a distance, then yeah, okay. But in this case, stop the heal, walk, control this corner. Remember, you have immortality field. You can P on this corner, hold this, and shoot, shoot, shoot. The enemy team will be forced to back out. See how close they are? They're not even playing behind the shield. Again, walk even here. This room. If you don't like this corner, you can have this corner. Go over here. Moira has enough heals to heal your team. Okay? If they all play together. Moira has enough heals to heal her team. Right now, you're just healing. Just healing. This is a very good VOD, by the way. Because a lot of people, this is one of the things that that's asked in chat a lot of times. Hello, bro. When do I DPS? When do I heal? If the enemy has certain conditions in trying to kill you, right? Excuse me. Like, let's say the enemy has Roadhog hook and nothing else that can deal with you at medium to long range. Then if that condition is off, then you're free to damage, right? So, this case, go aggressive, walk in front, you swear at them. If you want to be extra fancy, you can even jump on top over here and poke them, or even play behind the payload. But you're playing the way you should be playing, not even Ana, but probably Ana overall, because she has no damage fall off. Like you're playing in the back extra safe, you're just surviving, right? You're just surviving. And this is like the mentality that is being used by a lot of supports. When it's called support, not healer. It's called support primarily because the main resource of supporting is healing. But not necessarily you can contribute with supporting your team with damage, with space creation, with other ability usage, you know? So right now, let's just play this till I sip my coffee. And see the immortality field. By the way, one thing. Whenever you hear their win conditions, so they use hook, back to this. You need to know the cooldowns in Overwatch. I have no idea what a Roadhog's hook cooldown is. I'm top 500. I have no idea. But I will probably count 8 seconds, 7 or 8 seconds, and after 7 or 8 seconds, I would search for cover. If I'm playing like in a very stressful environment, so to say, and I really don't know his cooldown, I would go like 6 seconds, I'm free to do what I want, then I'm getting back. But if I feel like I'm in control and Hog cannot get a proper hook out of me, on me, then I'm like free for 8 seconds to play. So you need to know how many seconds they have. It's like you're playing Winston, the Widow has grapple hook. If you jump on the Widow, she's going to grapple away. So you just wasted, you didn't waste jump, but you forced her away, but maybe she goes into another place, right? And you're just going to use your cooldown, forcing her out of a position, a bad position, into a better position, and then she can just kill the enemy. But if you go like Hog uses hook, if you go like Widow use grapple hook, I can jump the Widow because she has like 12 seconds cooldown, I think. Then that's your opening. That's one thing that a lot of plats and lower SR people don't understand. Ideally, they don't play around what the enemy cooldown, what types of cooldowns does the enemy have, right? So they used hook. You have like 7 or 8 seconds to play in what way you want to play. If that's the only thing you need to take care of. It's like with Tracer. You play Tracer, the McCree used flashbang, you hear the flashbang, you can just play in front of him. If he has flashbang, then you're not gonna be that aggressive.
How about a little extra? Get in here.
Reaper, even if you went this aggressive or if over here in the backline, if you would have DPS, you were the shield displaced. If you would have been over here instead, where I've talked about earlier, with an aggressive immortality field rather than a defensive one, you would have been able to probably kill at least Symmetra. You know, like even if not kill, just pressure them away. Reaper comes in. Let me see the entire section actually.
How about a little extra?
Same thing. Cooldowns. Moira has Fade. You didn't hear Moira's Fade for a while. Be aware of, like, if the Reaper contests the Moira, it's not necessarily your job to save the Moira. If this was an Ana, then yes, throw Immortality Field. If this was a Zen, then yes, throw Immortality Field. But if this is a Moira, you saw the Reaper, like, he came in, poked, and then started rating out. The second Moira used Fade. Like, understand what types of abilities your team has and play around them. If Reaper contests an Ana in the backline and she's low, throw Immortality Field. If Reaper contests a Moira in the backline and Moira doesn't have Fade, throw Immortality Field. If Reaper comes in and Moira, you didn't hear Moira's Fade for a while, she has 6 seconds I think, then keep your Immortality Field. Then you're going to go like, yeah dude, but already it's like 55 seconds into the VOD, and you've only talked about peeing on corners to assert dominance with Baptiste's Immortality Field. And you're also talking about cooldown management and what types of abilities does your team have. Well, that's the fucking game. Understand that you will not climb in a saga as long as you don't understand what every hero has. Like, understand this. You need to know what the enemy wants to do with the cooldowns and what your team has to do with the cooldown, so to say. You go like, Resident Sleeper, please bro, show me how to kill and when to heal and so on, and this. Stop being fucking Pepega. Seriously. Like, if you want to climb and want to have a good time, you need to understand the cooldowns and what the intentions of the enemy are and play around that. Again, Reaper contests an Orisa, very low HP, throw Immortality Field. Reaper contests a Moira that hasn't used Fade for a while, she's going to Fade, Reaper's going to Fade out. Keep Immortality Field. This is with experience. This will, in the first hours of Baptiste, I try to save my teammates like this a lot, okay? So it's not only you. This comes with experience. Like after probably 50 hours or so, you should be able to like get a better grasp of Immortality Field usage. Good. Now you're trying to poke. Now you're trying to do damage. Right? Now you're trying to do damage. Okay, you got lucky because the enemy team forced, like, Reaper used Raid early trying to kill the Moira, which he shouldn't have done, to be honest. They missed the pull hook combo, which is quite hard to do against Orisa Sigma, but they can just kill the Doomfist quite easily with it. Doomfist comes in, you pull and you hook the Doomfist. Also maybe ask for Lucio Boop and kill like the Doomfist very easily, but this is Plat. You got lucky with the team fight usage. See how if you watch any BAP or Moira play, you're gonna see that the ultimates, if both teams are taking damage, you're probably going to get, let's say, your ultimate in 40 or 50 seconds, right? Like if you're going to get your ultimate in 40 or 50 seconds, then it's like a lot faster for head than more than a minute and 8 seconds, right? And you still don't have your ultimate, and Moira only barely got it. You know why this happened? Because again, Moira, BAP, and Ana can like heal an entire team by themselves. If you have both of them, if you see that one of your healers is trying to like heal your team, you have the liberty of trying to go more aggressive and do plays. You're going to build ult charge primarily out of healing, but instead of the usual, let's say, 90% healing, 10% damage, you're going to build 30% damage, 70% healing. So let me play this entire thing again, back here. If this would have been me. By the way, your position is perfect overall. Like, your position is very safe. You're playing in a very safe spot. You're being a support. The problem with playing this play style is you're at the mercy of how good your team is. And this is why some people are like literally stuck in lower ratings and they go like, bro, I have 60k healing. I have 0 deaths. My position is immaculate. My brain size is humongous. I have literally the best position in the entire world. My numbers are insanely high. How can I not climb? Well, you need to do more than just heal your team. Like, your position overall is very good if you would play in a pro team. You know, like, this is how you would want to play. Almost, so to say. Like, be safe, heal your team. They are the ones creating space. But right now, don't heal. Poke, shoot. Sigma's full HP, Moira's over there, even if he gets low, no problem. Use shift, try to poke there a bit, throw immortality field, okay, reload, heal up your doom, turn your cursor around really fast, heal the Moira once, turn around your cursor, walk in front, behind Orisa, shoot, don't heal, Moira can heal this, you also have shift still active, damage, okay. You saw like you missed like 6 bursts of damage, at least into the shield. Now heal. Now turn around. Damage. Now heal. And you need to be fast. Okay? So I'm going to go in game and I'm going to show you this. So you need to be fast when you do this. You can practice this in training range as well. So one of the things as a healer is, especially like, this is why BAP and Moira are quite hard with multitasking, including Ana, you know, like you need to find the balance when to damage and when to heal. For example, if you see somebody is low, you can try to, like, with BAP, I'm going to talk slower. So with BAP, if you hold left click and right click, you have like no delay. Like right now I'm spamming both of them, right? Now, you can still have like a very small delay, do damage and heal if your team is grouped up. For example, shoot, heal, right? Instead of like healing, turning around, damage, healing, move your mouse faster. BAP's healing is very merciful, his AoE, right? Like you don't need to hit them in the head with Ana. You can just like splash the ground. Like if your team is grouped up, shoot the shield, boom. Right? Also, in this meta, you want to spam shields as much as you can. Right? With Orisa Sigma being played a lot right now. So even the hitbox is quite merciful. Like you don't need to like shoot the head, boom. No, dude, you can actually, like, this is like a shield. Easy, you know, instead of going like. So this is one thing that actually people in low ratings struggle with. It's multitasking fast, right? Like not necessarily multitasking. Your brain is multitasking, but you need to like swap fast from one action to another. Maybe you can go in training range, shoot that bot and try to see how fast you can swap targets. You know, like shoot that, turn around, shoot that, turn around. And see how fast you can do it instead of going like very slow, because like this is the reasoning why. If you do it slow, you're going to take an extra half a second at least. Like if you shoot this, instead of doing, this is like 250 milliseconds, I think. You know, so the faster you are, the more actions you're going to drag in. I know that in theory it sounds like, yeah bro, but 250 milliseconds, what the fuck, in that time I can't even blink forehead. Yeah, but added, actions added, as in shooting once, healing once, you lose 250 milliseconds to a player that's in Masters, if you're in Plat, or a player that's in GM or even top 500, just because they're faster. Overall, they're going to have more damage output, and they're going to have more healing output. So, I know it sounds as forehead as possible, but try to be faster. Like swap from shooting to healing, from shooting to healing, from shooting to healing. And again, don't try to aim with BAP the healing. Like, don't try to aim at them. Aim at the ground. And it's very merciful. Like, see? Even if I miss that, no problem. I can just readjust quite easy. Okay? Let me swap back to the VOD. And let me actually mute this. And let's continue. So again, I'm going to continue the entire VOD in when you should do damage and when you should heal. Now it's good, now you recognize you're winning the team fight, you're pushing, use shift, not even focusing that much on healing. And then use the immortality field in the correct manner. Now, another thing that people in low SR need to understand is not necessarily ult economy, but how many people have died in the team fight. So you see who's still alive, if they can turn it around, and what if you need ultimates or not. For example, over here, whenever somebody dies in Overwatch, like your eyes usually are over here, right? Over here at the cooldowns, at your HP sometimes. Like at your HP should be like 1 second. At this, less than a second. You know, like you need to view it fast. You need to view it like this and to look all around you. But whenever a kill is happening into the kill feed, your eyes need to do this. Boom. Boom. So, somebody dies, kill feed. Instantly. If you can act on visual cues, as in Orisa's dying sound, you don't even need to watch the kill. Don't even need to watch the kill feed. So right now you know that the only shield tank died, which means that you can go for damage onto the other people without worrying about shields, you know? Like without any problem, you can position wherever you want as long as you're safe and do damage. You should be able to do a lot of damage in this case. So Orisa died. 6 versus 5. Mega ultimate. 6. Now, Symmetra's sound over here, even though I know Symmetra's dead sound, I would still watch and see 2 people dead. Right now, I don't need my ultimate. What can kill us? If Hawk gets a hook and kills somebody from our team, then it's going to be a 6 versus 5. So, actually versus 4. 4 versus 5. Fuck, math is hard. So, they're like down 2 people. Right now, you're 6. They are 4. If Hawk gets a kill, then it's 4 versus 5. So I might think about investing my ultimate. But let's continue this. Reaper dies as well. 3 people dead. Who's alive? Lucia can't kill anybody. We're all full HP. Moira can't kill anybody. She just tickles us with that. Only Hawk can get a kill with maybe hooking somebody and dying. But they're 3 versus 6. Even if Hawk gets a hook. Okay? So even if Hawk gets a hook and kill somebody from here, you can save them with immortality field. You don't necessarily need your ultimate, and it's going to be a 3 versus 5. And Hawk's going to die because he has 0 cooldown, so 2 versus 5, and your team should eventually win because the enemy team still didn't respawn. So this explains why you should have not ulted in this case. Like they're 3 down, Hawk does a hook, goes in, and you reacted to the beat with your ultimate just because you thought that they would be able to recontest. That's why you ulted. With a lot of experience and understanding how many people are alive, your brain will go like, they have Moira and Lucia. Can Moira and Lucia kill 6 people? No. Then I'm going to keep my ultimate. It's not universal though. So, let's say that the enemy team has Reaper and Doomfist alive and your team is 4 versus 2. Well, to be honest, Reaper and Doomfist can clutch 2 versus 4. You know, like they have enough damage. Or let's say they have Ana alive and the Genji. And you're 5 even, 5 versus 2. Ideally speaking, considering you're not playing in a pro team, you're still in plat, you can use your ultimate and get away with a 1 team fight to not risk having Nano Blade, the duo Nano Blade from Ana and Genji kill 5 people. So you can use this just to kill Diana. But in this particular case, when only supports are alive, there is no way supports will clutch this. Unless it's Ana and Zen. Zen has trans, and Ana has nano and nano's the Zen. Maybe if they like can miraculously clutch it 2 versus 5, although it's insanely unlikely, you can use your window. Although, one thing. I'm happy at the same time that you used your ultimate. You reacted to the beat, right? You thought that they would re-engage, so you press Q, so I understand this. It shows that you're not playing mindlessly. You're playing with thinking with certain actions that happen in game. So this is the first step in improving. It's like when Sigma uses ultimate and you use beat, and when you use beat, you see that every Lucio uses beat, but advanced Lucios will only use beat if the Sigma's ultimate has follow-up. If it doesn't have follow-up, the Sigma is not alone, because then obviously you're not going to ult. If Sigma ults somebody, Doomfist has no cooldowns, Reaper has no cooldowns, Lucio has no speed boost, they're all in the back, Lucio's gonna keep their beat. If you watch Overwatch League, you're going to see a lot of Lucios right now in playoffs that are keeping their beat, considering how much damage does the enemy have. So, this is the first step in improving. Using your ultimate reactively to what happens is good. Now, experience will dictate, experience that comes with playing and with understanding how many people are alive, when and if you need to ultimate. So this is the good first step. Reacting, your brain automatically went like, it's like, Soldier uses Visor, I use Beat. They use Graviton, I use Trance. But with time, you go like, they use Graviton, they can only follow up with Dragon. Did I hear a Dragon? No, I'm not gonna press Q. We can out-heal that, the damage that comes in without Dragon.
Just as good as you. Winners stay on the field.
Good, you're doing damage, healing the Doom, pushing up. Okay, Immortality field usage allows your Doomfist to play more aggressive, don't need to worry. I would have healed the Doomfist in the same time, by the way. The same way, through the wall. It's one of the downsides of healer, so to say. Fuck the walls. By the way, right now, again, if this would be me, I would be like, bro, Moira dead, Symmetra dead. Hog can hook me, Reaper can contest me. But we killed Reaper earlier, I think. Let me scroll down. Let me go back a bit. Reaper dead, Orisa dead, right? So, this is very important in understanding who has good spawns, who has bad spawns. Let me swap. Let me open something. Where is the maps? Maps. Where's the fucking maps? Maps, hello? Overwatch maps, okay, found them. So, this is... Wait, where is it? Paris, Hollywood, Havana. Is this Havana? Yeah, it's Havana. Okay. So, this is courtesy of Stat Banana. Okay, you can go in their website, just use it. So it's from Stat Banana. Use it for scrims and whatnot. So what I want to say is this. This is one thing that comes with a lot of experience. Again, it's how much time does the enemy need to come back after they respawn depending on their spawn. For example, let's say that you're about to cap this point. Ooh, this is too thick, dude. You're about to cap this point, right? The payload only has like this much distance to travel. You kill Reaper. Let's say. So you kill Reaper. You kill Orisa. Who else do you kill? You kill Sim. You kill these people, right? Okay. So that means that Hawk is still alive with good spawn. Lucio still alive with good spawn. So Roadhog, Reaper, Hog, Lucio, Symmetra. Who's the other? Orisa, Sim, and Pepega. Chat. Who's the other person? Who goes? Moira. Moira. Okay, okay, I forgot. The other person is Moira. Okay, Moira. Now, we're like this. So, these people over here didn't die earlier, right? Let's leave it like this. These people didn't die earlier. These died when the payload was over here. Ooh, what the fuck? So that means that they require 10 seconds to respawn plus walk back, right? So your brain needs to go like, not necessarily who has good spawns and bad spawns, but how much time does the enemy require to come back from spawn? If the other three are still fighting over here, like Hog, Moira, and Lucio are fighting over here, then they, let's say, consider that they have good spawns, they can contest this, right? So that means that you can play full Pepega with these three. You only need to dodge Hog's hook and not die from Lucio or Moira and Hog pushing you. And the others have this spawn. So you essentially, wait, let me scroll like this actually. This is going to be better. So you essentially, after you cap the point, you're going to have a fight over here, 6 versus 3. These people that died over here still have, like, let's say approximately 5 seconds to respawn. They're going to respawn here. Even if the fight prolongs itself 5 more seconds and you kill them 5 seconds after, it takes them 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds until they can even see this. So your team can push in 6 versus 3 and win this until the enemy comes back. I can't insist how much this matters in high ranks a lot. It's one of the things that is not insisted on it that much. For example, dude, let's say that you kill, a simpler example. Let's say that you kill Lucio and you have Zarya Hanzo, because that's like the most classical combo, okay? So let's say you're attacking, you for whatever reason kill, take the fight over here, kill the Lucio, right? The fight, actually no, let's say you're spawn camping. This is a better example so you can understand it better. It doesn't matter, like, if what I said earlier was complicated, this example will settle it and you're going to understand for the future examples as well. So let's say that you have a defending team, right? The enemy team is this team that's defending over here and your team is attacking, right? Let's say that they're full holding you 1.5 minutes. It's 2-2 meta because the change came through, so 2 supports, 2 tanks, 2 DPS. You're playing with Zarya and Hanzo. For whatever reason, that's like the most classical combo in Overwatch to understand when to use defensive ultimates, such as Lucio's Beat or Zen's Transcendence. If the enemy Lucio dies, so the enemy Lucio, like, you lose team fights 2 minutes straight, then you have Zarya, Hanzo, and you know that they have Beat. If the enemy Lucio dies here, right, your entire team dies here, okay? At the same time, like, 6 people die and Lucio dies. It's 6 versus 5 when you respawn. But 10 seconds for your team to respawn, 10 seconds for the Lucio to respawn, right? But this distance that your team needs to travel from here to here to engage in the team fight after they respawn here, let's say 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. So 13 seconds after the fight is over, your team can re-engage in the team fight where the enemy is holding over here, right? But let's look at where the Lucio is. So Lucio dies over here, right? The enemy Lucio dies over here. 10 seconds to respawn, and he needs to come. Wait, where's the enemy spawn? I would say, let's say here. Let's say he's a pro Lucio, so he can wall ride this in 6 seconds, right? 6 seconds. He can wall ride from auto spawn all the way over here and come and have beat for Zarya and Hanzo Graviton. So that means 16 seconds. Although it would take him probably, a normal Lucio, probably 18 to 20 seconds to come back. This means that if your team regroups, if the enemy team keeps on holding here, if your team regroups in 13 seconds, the enemy Lucio comes back in 16 seconds, then your window of opportunity is 3 seconds in which you can Graviton Hanzo safely until the Lucio comes back to use Beat, which is the only ultimate that can counter your combo that you've worked out for 2 minutes. So, like, this is very important. On one side when you're the one that's taking advantage of long spawns, and on the other side, when you're the one that understands that you need to fall back until the Lucia comes back. When you're going to get in Masters or GM and you're going to hear like fall back and you're going to climb in rating, you're going to understand that good players from the defending team understand this concept, right? And what they're going to say is let them push a bit until Lucia comes back. So they're going to fall back, hold this corner, so even if you use Gav Hanzo, Lucia has enough time to come back. So their deficit of 3 seconds, like they had 3 seconds window of opportunity, the enemy team, they can cover it out by just letting them push for like 3 seconds and then they can take the fight over here. So this is like very, very important to understand. Now, why I tell you this here? Because after you cap the point, your team can go YOLO, you included. Your job is not to push the payload, because like even when you are winning the fight over here, you're just sitting in the back and shooting at them, right? You can go more in front. Just be more aggressive. If the enemy team, 3 people here, 6 people here, just go full YOLO, bro. Full YOLO, ult charge, kill them. As long as you outplay them mechanically, you're going to be able to learn a lot of things. Because when you're going to take those fights, the enemy team will probably die when the others are over here. And this is what causes stagger kills. And this is how you finish maps with 5 minutes. If you are passive and you're waiting over here after you cap the point, and don't go for people that are over here and kill them before the enemies, are over here, then you're going to allow the enemy team to fall back. This team will regroup here and it's going to be a 6 versus 6, where if you push them and you kill them over here, still 6 versus 3, then the enemy team will regroup. This being plat, they will engage 3 versus 5 or versus 4, even though you lost the team fight, you have the numerical advantage, so you're going to advance. So what I'm trying to tell you, to oversimplify it, is keep track of where the enemy respawns, in which spawn, who died, how much time do they need to come back, and analyze how aggressive you can be. If the enemy team was playing, if let's say hypothetically speaking, the hog died from the enemy team, then almost nobody can kill you at long to medium range. So you can go full YOLO, climb on top of the barrels, poke them down, and when hog is about to be close, you're in the back of your head, you should think when hog is about to be close, so you can like fall back, you know, so you dodge the hook. Now let's continue with the VOD. Give me a second. Let's see what happens. Considering the time, like right now, look, push. No payload. No, go, bro, run. Hello, push, you know. Okay, perfect. Hog dead. Go deep, bro. Look at these baggers. Look, go, jump on top. Fuck the payload. You can push the payload after everybody is dead. Just go. You're the smarter player. You understand when the enemy will respawn and shit. Only Hog can do damage to you in this case from this range. Reaper, if you jump on top of this, who's going to do anything to you? You know? Like, even if they do damage, like fuck the payload. You're a smart player. You will not win games if you're the one that's pushing the payload in plat. Like, be more aggressive in this case. Again, shoot. No. Shoot the shield, jump up now, you know? Go over here. Fuck this. Moira can heal your team. Moira's the healer now. Good jump up. Orisa died. Hog died earlier. 6 versus 4. Stagger kills. Now, if the enemy team keeps on getting picked one by one, they won't even have a defense. Right now, your team is in a 6 versus 4 and the enemy team is still regrouping. The Orisa just respawned. Hog is going to get close. If one of the enemy dies right now, like in the next 2 seconds, boom, stagger kill. Even if they regroup, it's going to be a 6 versus 5. Reaper comes in, and Hog just came back. You just heard his hook. Orisa still coming back. This is why you lose games. This is why you win games. This is why sometimes your team gets stomped. This is why sometimes you need to like hold composure, even in top 500. Like, a lot of people go, why do you think if you watch my stream, right? Why do you think that if they finish with 3 minutes and a half, I don't panic, right? Like, I don't panic. Because even if they finish with 5 minutes, as long as I know that the only reason why we lost the team fights was because we went one by one, it means that we're starting on equal grounds. They can equally fuck up, or even if they don't equally fuck up, you can still finish the map and have a good game. Because overall, you're winning. It's not that you're stomping the enemy team. It's not that your team has insane players or better players than the enemy team. It's just simple respawn and numerical advantage that they're taking like seeing the opportunity with. Because the enemy goes one by one by one by one by one. Good, now you're aggressive. Clap, clap, kill them. Push, shoot the shield, okay. Deeper, run Forest. Good, Moira uses ultimate, keep on staggering them. They won't even have a contest on this point, right? Like, no contest. Just because of the spawn thing that I told you. The enemy team doesn't know what I told you. What I told you remember when I said that you can cover the deficit by letting them push a bit and all regroup? Well, you see that in higher rankings. You see that in higher rankings, right? When they let them push, then we all regroup, go out as 6. You see that in professional games. But again, I don't know the comms and stuff like that. I'm not talking about everybody's going to listen to you when your team is going to regroup and stuff like that. I'm just saying that from my experience, whenever I've played on rank 2 GM or on rank 2 top 500, when I've done challenges like this is, I would say, I'm not even exaggerating, it's probably 70% of the way that I climbed. Literally, understanding spawn advantage, when my team should go aggressive. If my team doesn't go aggressive, I go with them. Most of the games that I've lost, are either trolls, which happen once in a blue moon, or my team not understanding that the enemy team speculates on the advantage that they had by literally, they need to fall back sometimes a bit. They're like going one by one by one. You can have those games, but this happens in almost every game, dude. Almost every game this happens. Even if in old streams you watch, the only games you're going to find in which people don't go like one by one, you're going to see that happens only in professional play. So it's good, even if your Doomfist dies, right? Doesn't matter, you still have the numerical advantage. Like, this is what people need to understand. Dude, yeah, I go 6 versus 3, but those 3 people kill 2 people. Okay, it's going to be 4 versus 1. Then the other people will come back, 4 versus 2, 4 versus 3, and keep on doing the advantage. Then they kill other people, it's going to be a 2v1, then they're going to win, right? And now they use ultimates like this, they recontest, but they're down quite a bit. And this is another thing, recognizing when your team is grouped up, when your team is not grouped up, this comes with experience. It's okay, you're using this ultimate is because you felt like you lost the flow of the fight. But if you remember what I told you earlier, as in, who died, who's alive, how can they win team fights, then you're not going to need to panic the next time you're going to play and keep your ultimate. Because right now, if I'm going to play the entire part, wait, let me play it from here. So Reaper is dead, Sim is here, Hog is dead. Press tab, Sim respond. Sim takes 5 or 6 seconds to come back. Reaper died. Also, they can respawn. The spawn is quite close. We need to kill somebody now. That's why the ultimate is good. Now we kill Orisa also. Hog is still alive. Hog, Moira, Reaper, Sim. They're the ones that are going to touch. We killed the Moira also. Now we're in a 6 versus 3. Sim, Reaper, Hog. We killed the Reaper. Boom. Now it's only Sim and Hog. Then Lucia's going to touch. Then Orisa's going to touch. Hog is going to touch first. Hog Symmetra. Hog gets the hook. See how close Hog was after he died, because the spawn is very close. Sim dies, Sim uses ultimate, I mean. Hog can touch and Sim can touch, and that's it, because the other 2 are still respawning. Because this is why I press tab non-stop to see when they respawn and calculate how much it takes them to come back. You using your ultimate proactively here is still better than holding it, in my opinion, because it seems like you didn't know this stuff before. So I'm not going to insist on you using or not using your ultimate, right? So you need to be... You felt like you lost the flow of the fight. You felt like you lost control. And to be honest, using window forced the enemy to use also whole hog and Moira ultimate. So 1 ult for 2 ults is better than nothing, right? Maybe they would have ulted if you didn't press Q, they just panicked. So again, I'm not going to insist on the fact that I used ultimate. Also, you might want to swap. We'll see. This is very good. Let's continue with this. But that's why you rolled to second point, just because they didn't group up. And I know it's probably 30 minutes into the VOD. I know you're probably falling asleep, but I really want you to realize this. As long as you understand spawn advantage, when to take fights, how much does it take for the enemy to come back, how much does it take for the ally to come back, you're going to win a lot of more games. The game is more than just sitting in front of you. In Overwatch, there is no minimap. If you would have a minimap, you would understand what I say. But good players need to understand that you need to have this in the back of your head. See, they're still staggering, dude. Get the turrets. Walk in front. Kiss them. Literally, go, kiss them. What can they do to you? Nothing. They don't have Hog anymore. More in front. No need to heal. Moira can heal them. No need to heal. Again, shoot. Boom. Immortality field for Doom. Okay-ish. Bongo, get the gun. You know what the difference is? Apart from ultimate tracking and usage that comes again with experience, from spawn advantage, from how many people are dead and stuff like that, it's more about recognizing when you're able to do damage and when not. Like, see now, Ripper got 2 kills because you threw Immortality Field onto the Doomfist that had punch after he fell down. Okay, let's view it like this. So, one of the things, of the many things that I need to take into consideration, and it is very easy to keep a track out for, okay, like very easy, but a lot of people still don't do it, is the amount of stuns that the enemy has. So, soft stuns and hard stuns. Doomfist usually is countered by hard stuns. This means that if Doomfist falls into somebody with his ultimate, he can get stunned by McCree Flashbang, Ana Sleep Dart, may be freezing him up, but that starts as a soft stun, as in takes time, and doesn't stun him properly, and turns into a hard stun after you freeze him down for a bit. Orisa's pull is a soft stun, it doesn't like completely immobilize you. Considering this, okay? The enemy team right now has 0 stuns. 0 CC, 0 hard CC, apart from Ryan Shatter that he just used. Sim can't stun, Lucia can't stun, Orisa can't stun. Up until your top 500, to be completely honest, or GM, you don't even need to care about soft CC if you're a healer and understanding if you need to throw Immortality Field, heal up your team and stuff like that. Ryan Charge also a hard stun, yeah, I agree. So Ryan has 2 stuns. Yeah, you're right. So you don't need to care about, if you watch Overwatch League, you're going to see that if Doomfist goes in, Orisa pulls and Lucio boops, you're in plat. That's not going to happen. Let's be honest here. Or Orisa's going to suck a wall, or Lucio's going to boop a fly that's flying around his team, or some shit. Or he's trying to go for a ready Lucio play. You're not going to see that type of coordination. So, if your Doomfist is going to drop into them, when he drops, check his HP. When he casts ult, check his HP. To know if you throw Immortality Field or not. So, look at them. Goes in, has ultimate. See, look at his HP. Goes in, uppercuts, doesn't have ultimate, but again, understand the cooldowns. Doesn't ultimate, understand the cooldowns. You went like, Doom goes in, and then what the fuck does he do? He has like 3 abilities. He like slams, uppercuts, and punches, right? And the standard combo is slam, uppercut, punch the fuck out, you know, or punch in, uppercut, and slam the fuck out, right? Especially right now when you're looking for picks and you're not going all in. Doomfist goes completely full HP without any problem against nothing that can stun him. Ryan doesn't have shatter, Ryan is not going to pin Doomfist, and if he pins Doomfist, unlucky, you can't expect that, to be honest. It's going to be a random pin. No need to throw Immortality Field. You thought that he would hardly invest in that and you wanted to help him out. If you really wanted to use Immortality Field, remember I told you about being in corners. Look, this is your corner. You can go walk in front, Reaper won't even TP behind you, and even if he TPs behind you and ults you, you have Immortality Field here. He will lack range to destroy it with his ultimate quite fast. And you can also kill the enemy team before they use his before he uses his ultimate. So I would recommend, again, comes with experience, throw more aggressive Immortality Fields around corners. The way you're going to learn to do things like this is exactly by practicing forehead as forehead as possible. Let me go on King's Row. So, if you watch my Unranked 2 GM with Bop, you're going to see what I'm talking about. Let's say King's Row, dude. Let's say King's Row. King's Row, Hero, 0 cooldown, mode skirmish, okay? I'm not thinking what Immortality Fields I need to use to save my team. I'm not thinking when to use them to save my team. I'm not thinking when to use them to counter ultimates or stuff like that. All I'm thinking about is I'm going to use my Immortality Field to create space. For example, you know that a lot of people are taking damage around this corner? Okay, bro, shields, I want to poke. Come here, to Immortality Field, poke. Literally shoot. If my team gets low, I can heal them, especially if I have Moira Bop in the beginning. You know, like I'm going to be able to heal them. When my team is going to get even lower, my team is going to contest here. I'm going to push to Immortality Field here. You see? Like it's still in cover. My team can benefit from it. They'll be low here. Let's say the payload is going to push. I'm going to think like nothing's happening, okay? I don't have any ultimate to counter. This is very important. They don't have Zara Graviton. They don't have Sigma ultimate. They don't have Reaper ultimate. They don't have Doomfist ultimate. I don't have anything because I'm keeping track of the rules, so to say. And this is how you climb a lot of the times, dude. Like you're pushing the payload. Payload is stuck over here. The enemy team is there. Your team is there. Immortality field in front. Just walk and shoot, right? And shoot. Like this. Pressure. Immortality field is about to work down. Walk back in cover, and you should be fine. Thank you, Colonial Foot Soldier, for a $10 tip with quest mode. I need to cover that because I don't have a way to track it. Thank you so much for the $10 tip. Like, I'm not talking, like, the way you're using, you haven't used a single aggressive immortality field and you're in plat, and that's the way that people usually play Baptiste, and that's the way that you should actually play Bap if teams are of equal skill rank and everybody knows what they're doing. But you being in plat, your payload is here, the enemy team is there, immortality field here, shoot, bro. This is actually a bad immortality field. Throw it even here, more aggressive. They still can shoot it and you have more space. Shoot. Fight is about to start around the corner. Don't have any ults to counter. Shoot. Right? Like these are the types of immortality fields that you wanna look out for if you're plat especially. This is how you like roll through enemy teams. Let's continue with this. Let me actually mute the in-game sound and let's continue with this. Boom, boom, boom. Because you use the immortality field and thought that your Doom is going to die. There's beat. Not aware of where Reaper is going to TP. This is another thing but I guess that would be way too much information at the same time. So I'm just going to insist on this, and I'm going to insist on things like knowing where the enemy is by A, seeing them, B, hearing them, C, if you can see or if you hear them, thinking what they should do in that case so you can position accordingly. That's something I'm going to cover in another VOD, because I want each VOD to be like insisted on certain aspects. In this case, you're not seeing the Reaper, you're not hearing the Reaper. He probably has ultimate. Play in areas where if you would be the Reaper, you would TP in, and if you would drop to ult, you would be safe, even if you use the immortality field. That's something that I'm going to insist in another VOD, maybe in the other one. But right now, this is the only place you would TP effectively and get ults. If you would be in the back and survive, then you would have been able to like, Reaper would have just killed the soldier and that's it. Anyway, let's continue. Oh, that was a nice try. Yeah, immortality field long range. Very few people mastered it. I'm not among them, so I'm not in any place to judge when you throw long range immortality fields. Good aim. Clap, clap, clap. Good aim. This is good. You're waiting for your tanks. Dude, if you want me to be completely honest, the way you're playing is very good for a team. If your team is organized, like if you would be coached, so to say, and you would play in a team right now, the coach would be like, yo, good job. You're being a healer. You're not being a carry. You're being a healer. You're just existing, doing your job, not being a liability. You're looking around probably for the Reaper. For the Sombra, actually. Good. This happens, it's situational awareness. I'm not going to insist on that you should have taken care of Moira. You're aware that you should have looked for Moira. This was like tunnel vision, you just need to look around more. You can still pressure, by the way, with your ultimate.
Hold it hard.
Good, good ult. Ult maybe a bit more in front, but you know that. Team is pushing. Look how many people are dead right now. Kill the payload. I would push in front and I would play from over here, top left. Have like multiple angles. Moira's dead. Push in front. Good. Killing the Rhine. Crouch jump top left. No need to stay here. Easy immortality field for soldier. Okay, because Symmetra use that. This comes down. Doomfist is going to go YOLO. You can heal through shield, so you need to decide. You're either going to stay behind or you're going to push through. In this case, push through and heal up your tanks. Right now, you're not contributing to the team fight. You're just isolating yourself. You're scared by moving in. But it's good that you're taking the duel with the Sombra and not scared. Oh, that was very hard. Ryan can do anything to you right now. He also started running away. Even if he does one hammer will not kill you. It's 75 damage, I think. Fire strike is 100. Considering your HP, you can eat one hammer. You can see the animation of the fire strike even if he chases you, so you can throw a mortality field later. So he pins in. no range. You have 124 HP. Starts running, and this is like a wasted immortality field. Understand what the enemy can do to you. 75 damage with hammer, I think. And also fire strike, you can see the animation react to it accordingly. It's quite a slow animation. If he would start chasing you, he would throw. Use immortality field, just kite him out, do damage. Just get out. Your Moira can keep your team alive. Is Moira there? Yeah, she is there. So maybe keep your mortality field next time and try to throw it in front of your teammates. Whenever you're getting contested, understand what they can do, you know? Like, it's like Reaper contests you, has no shift, no TP, very low HP. He's not going to back out. He's going to try and kill you. Ryan used pin, dude. Good aim. Good contesting the Sombra. Walk in front, go smack her head, kiss her. You know, one of the things that I've actually, I actually want to insist on, dude. When I see low VODs, even master VODs, nobody uses melee, bro. Bro, nobody. Like, in this case, so what the fuck can Sombra do to you? Tickle you to death. Walk in front, smack her face. Look, walk, go. W, smack, smack, no need to aim. Like, just use melee more. Free damage. No aim. Good push though. Like, this is... I don't know your pick, but this positioning is very good. It's like diamond to masters, I would say. It's not like you haven't fed, you didn't do anything wrong. Like, you haven't done apart from ultimate usage because you panicked a little bit. Apart from some immortality fields that you used defensively, probably because you didn't play that much pop. Your positioning, your decision making overall was very good for a healer. But if you want to carry, win games, get out of plat, you need to do more. You need to do what I told you, as in being more aggressive. Okay, let's see some Mercy. Gonna be a kinky thing comp. In this case, you wanna damage boost the soldier, damage boost the hog. If possible, when Doomfist goes in with a punch, damage boost the Doomfist. Usually damage boost the soldier if he's going to go for a flank, or just spam the shield. If soldier's not available, just damage boost the Orisa at long range. At medium to short range, damage boost the hog. And when hog gets a hook, you need to swap from whatever the fuck you're doing and damage boost the hog. Also, when you go for a rest, ask for help from any of your team. I can't hear what you're doing. But anyway, let's see. In the beginning, just damage boost the soldier because he's going to go for a Helix rocket. With Mercy in this comp, by the way, fuck the tanks, bro. You want to stay with your soldier, take care of races, don't die from the enemy team, and that's it. Your Moira can sustain the tanks. Good that you're staying behind in case Orisa shield drops, but try to move, okay? Like, this is how players die. If at this second, like, the shield disappears, I know it's not gonna disappear, but I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, it disappears. You need to move constantly, crouch spam. Maybe Widow throws a random shot here and you're dead. So just move, don't stay still even though you're safe. Move left to right, not front and back, everywhere. By the way, as I told you, right now, you're sharing ultimate charge with the Moira. Your Valk in this case, like, I mean, you can share healing until you're going to have Valk and then focus more on damage boosting. But considering I have a Bastion and only Ryan shield, which, by the way, 15 seconds in, I hope that you pressed tab and saw the enemy team comp or asked the enemy, ask your teammates. Also known as the second enemy of the game. The first enemy of the game is the enemy team. The second enemy of the game is your team. So I hope you ask the Reinhardt. I hope you ask your team if they have a Reinhardt and stuff like that. In this case, if they have double shield, then yeah, maybe focus on healing that much. Damage boosting when you can and swapping until you have Valk. But in this specific case, Rein shield is not enough to shield the Bastion. Damage boost the soldier or the Orisa or whoever you want to damage boost until you break the shield. Then you can focus on healing. They're going to die instantly. Bastion dead. Let's see what you're going to do. Like, see, when you're moving like, ooh, you know, like, crouch spam, use walls. What happens if, let's say, Symmetra throws, if Zarya throws a right click in here, or Moira damage orb comes in, and there's a full charge sim damage boosted with a right click that comes in, and you die, or Reinhardt fire strike. And then you die just because you walk like this, you know, like, use walls and stuff. Good that you tried that, and now let's see what you're going to do. There's no way going. You need to try and go for that res. See, like, you're always moving like this. Like, always use walls more. So your Doomfist respond. Okay. Whenever somebody dies and you're playing Mercy, you need to take... You usually have like 2 windows up for opportunity with Mercy from what I've seen. When one of your heroes dies, usually you have 2 options, as I said. First, go for the instant res if nobody's around or you have shields and literally it's unexpected. If not, ask for help from your teammates to res. If none of those are available, then fuck the res. In this case, you have a lot of resources. Like, Sim is going to contest you. I don't know your comms. Like, you can just say, drop right side, I wanna res. Your team can drop quite easily right side. Like, it's very easy to drop here, place the shield here. Bastion's dead. Quite an easy hold. Zaga full charge. I guess it's okay. Doomfist dying here, letting him, not resing him and healing up your team. But again, as windows of opportunity, you either go for instant reses or if not, you're going to ask your team for help. In this case, again, I don't know if the comms were there. If there were no comms, your decision was correct. There was no way going to get this res by yourself in front. That was cute. Heal up the Orisa because Moira's not nearby. Damage plus the soldier, by the way. In this case, like, soldier's over here, free high ground, nobody's even looking at him. After you heal up the Orisa, it's not your job to heal the Hog or the Moira. Damage puts this friend over here. He will gladly enjoy it. Like, see? This is one thing. Also experience. You as a healer, the second you see somebody that is starting to get like yellow HP, you're going to go like, I need to heal you to full HP. No, you don't. Hog can vape, Moira can heal, not your job. Even if he dies here, it's an easy guess. Damage boost the soldier, he's going to literally destroy them from over here. Look. Look how free that spot is. I would have not dropped here. No. And now damage boost him with Visor. Like, see how good that flank is? And now you recognize this. Like, okay. View it like this. Let me go back on the map. Maps. Overwatch maps. Remember the grey dog, the map that you need to have above your head? This is Havana. Okay. So in this case, if the entire team is grouped, the enemy team is grouped up here, you have somebody here, somebody here, somebody here that's going to drop here, and you have literally a soldier free shooting them in their asses here. See how suffocated of space the enemy is if you cover multiple angles? If right now you drop, you're like offering them a fair advantage. Like, your soldier is playing very good in that spot. Very good in that spot. Because like, the enemy is staying here, and you're literally controlling all of this space. You know? If soldier would drop with you, then the team controls this space. The enemy team controls this space, your team controls this space, which is still more space. But just because soldier is staying here, you can just damage boost them. And again, recognize how much heal your other healer can do. If it's a Moira, she can heal a lot. You know, like she can out heal your team. She can solo heal without any problem. Anyway, let's continue. Win the fight, push up. And see, by the way, because like, you also healed, like none of the supports have ults in this exact moment. You're going to have your ultimates quite fast, so no need to worry about it. But again, like, I would have just stayed over there with the soldier and damage boost them because he had like a free angle. If they would have had a Widow, a Hanzo, even a Hawk that was looking for a flank on soldier, yeah, fuck it, I'm not gonna stay with soldier, that's stupid. But they have, the Bastion was over here, Symmetra was over here, nothing that can get to the soldier, free shooting from high ground without any problem. Right now, same thing, like, look, in this team fight, stay with the soldier, bro. Moira can heal the tanks. If Moira's focused on DPS, what she's doing right now, your teammate dies, then it's literally her fault. But ideally, if you stay on high ground and help the soldier, like, destroy the shield, you should be fine. Even if somebody dies, like, if somebody dies or if somebody asks for healing, Moira should be able to turn around. The more advantage, like the best advantage you're going to have is just by damage boosting the soldier in this case. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, you want to stay here and try to get your Valk really fast. Heal them up. you got lucky by the fact that Moira went full DPS, like literally Moira was just right clicking over there like question mark. In this case, if this would have been like Moira that would care about her team. But Senpai, ooh, okay, understandable. If, let's say the Moira would heal the team, you would be safe staying on high ground. Considering the Moira was playing like this, you could play from here without any problems. So in hindsight, the decision was correct playing from here. You're going to have Valk. Not Valking instantly, that's good. Team is starting to get low. Valking now, okay. I would have Valk in the same case. Everybody's full HP, Soldier left side. Just, you can not necessarily go. A lot of Mercies when they Valk, they feel the need to go straight up. You can just go under, play from this pillar, heal up the Soldier to the left side. By you, yeah, you healed up a Soldier. If you would have just stayed here, you would have been safe as fuck. Like, nothing can get to you. Also heal up the Soldier. Anyway, keep on moving. When you Valk with Mercy, there's not the necessity to go straight up. You know, like you can just stay on low ground without any problem. So, left side, kill the Soldier. Kill the Orisa. Soldier dies, unlucky. Kill them up. When you're Valking like this, like if you're going to go up, at least go all the way up to see your entire team, right? Because right now, you're not seeing. Like you see a full Chuck Zaga and don't see the Moira low. You don't see the Hog low. Trying to go for kills, right? Now I could have won this team fight by okay, let me go in game. Again. Okay, let me go in game. You could have won that team fight. I think you had enough healing. If you would just prioritize. So I'm going to show you. You either with Mercy, whenever you Valk, like you want to have full vision of your team. If your team doesn't need healing, then you want to go for damage if there is no opportunity. If damage boost is more valuable than trying to find somebody separated, then okay. But ideally, you just want to heal up people. You could have solved this by one easy fix. I'll show you the easy fix. Let me go on. What the fuck was the map? Havana. Maps, heroes, boom. Ultimate duration. Spawn with ultimate. Ready. Okay, this should be it. And this should be skirmish. Okay. So, you decide either to go on. You decide to go straight up in the air. But if you decide to go straight up in the air, at least fully commit. So, like. Yeah, I agree that Bastion can track you that easily, right? And that Symmetra can do anything to you like that. But at least stay straight up in the air like this and heal up your team. You're flying over here, you know, or a little bit up. If you would have been higher up, you'd have been able to see the entire battlefield and see up the Moira. Also, when you're Valking, a lot of Mercies do the lazy Mercy, dude. Like, lazy Mercy is like this. Wait, let me show you. Like, I really don't know why. Like when they Valk, they go in slow motion. And also like, yeah, try to be a target. Like not necessarily stay straight up in the air. Like just go down, go up, swap positions and stuff. Like with Mercy, a lot of Mercy just press Q. And then they go like this. I'm gonna heal you. I'm gonna heal you. No bro, when you play Mercy, you're gonna be like this when you're up in the air, you know? Like literally see everything that's around you. Try and go for some pistol shots. Swap. If you're gonna commit on staying up high ground, just stay up high ground. That was the correct call, by the way. You either would stay all the way up in the air, or would start with Valk from here, pick this, see this, then go straight up in the air and play over there, because nobody could do anything to you. Alright. Let me continue. So yeah, I think you could have won that team fight if you would... Not necessarily like... You had your bad vision of the team fight and deciding who to heal and stuff was dictated by not using Valkyrie properly. Just fly straight up. Here, exactly what I told you. Like, you either go for instant rest or you don't go for rest. In this case, you could go for rest. Okay, you went for rest. You recognize the window of opportunity. Yeah, that's Overwatch. Good getting away. Yeah. I'm not gonna insist the fight was lost. Good thing they used Grav. Let's regroup. Let the Moira heal a bit more. Like, just damage boost the Soldier. Valk, if you feel the need, Valk. Okay, good. Valk is an easy opening of the fight. Your team is an advantage, 6 versus 5, 6 versus 4. Main goal is just to try to keep your team alive. Your team should not invest ultimates. What the fuck, so many ults. Fucking plat games. Like, nothing about it, to be honest, like, mechanically speaking over here. Good that you opened with Valk. Stay with the soldier more in this case, by the way. Fuck the Moira. Stay with the soldier right side. Look how aggressive your soldier is trying to be. Good that you try to swap the damage boost to Hog over there. Try to dodge the Bastion shots. You can try to dodge the Bastion shots also by like falling down, attaching to the Orisa, doing the GA jump. The super jump. There are tons of guides about it for people that don't know what I'm talking about. I have a clip on my Twitch on how to do the Mercy super jump, or if not, there are tons of guides. Like over there, Bastion shooting, I would just drop and do the super jump on Orisa, then pocket the soldier. Like you're playing a very basic safe Mercy, which is okay. The more Mercy you're going to play, the more aggressive you're going to be with your shifts, with your Guardian Angel. Or the Valk, good Valk, pocket the Hog. 6 versus 3. Don't let the Hog die. Even if he dies, no problem, you can go for some bloodthirsty kills. You will be able to rest him in that case. Good. Let's see more in front. Again. Okay, Doom's there. Let's see if you're going to go for rest. Oh, you're letting him pass. Ah, that was a nice try and you got it. I think the setting almost fucked you over there. Like, that was unlucky. You know what I'm talking about. You wanted to fly to Orisa. Was interesting that you let the Reaper get out. To be honest, I would have done the same just for the lulz. Ideally speaking, you wouldn't go for that risk. You would ask your team to push up. And then you almost died because you didn't shift to the Orisa and shifted to somebody nearby. That was unlucky. So, you're 4 versus 5. Don't do anything fancy. 4 versus 6. Good pocketing. In this case, to be honest, dude, I would have just gotten away. Like, there's no reason soldier would run all the way over here. He can die, come back, and have like his ultimate for the next fight. Your team can stagger. Like, no reason for you to go over here. In this case, it's more about understanding how much Mercy can heal, considering who's chasing who. Full charge Symmetra, not that full charge, but she's going to be full charge chasing, and Moira also trying to damage him. No way you can help him get out. Also, you didn't have res. You would have just stayed in the back and like get out. Whenever you're trying to pocket somebody, you need to understand how much pocket you can actually offer with Mercy. That comes with playing her a very long time. Like, if there's a Reaper 1v1ing a soldier doesn't have his healing station and he doesn't have his helix, probably it's better to just... Okay, Olaf. It's better just to let the soldier die if it's Reaper and full charge Symmetra in that case. Like, soldier was obvious that you will not be able to out-heal in that case. Case. See? Soldier came back faster than you because he has sprint, you don't have sprint. So you can, if you would have gotten away, you could have damage boosted the soldier over here at the payload. He might have gotten like more value out of that visor. Whenever you rest, try to rest behind the wall. I know that the fight was won, but just drop and rest in front of the payload, because you're like in the open for a bit. You're in the Lily moment as you were at the beginning of the VOD. Good movement, staying in cover. Even if you stay in cover, always move. Like almost always move. Reaper dead. Stay with soldier. Last fight, focus on getting Valk. Push up with your team because it's 6 versus 4. The enemy is just staggering, so you need to be aggressive right now. You don't need to be that passive. Like, just stay with your DPSs that are pushing. Be YOLO. 6 versus 3. Nothing that advanced here. The second you have Valk, just Valk it. The fight is won, and that's about it. So, overall, you know, I see your level. I don't know how much ranked you have played. Overall, I think that your main problem is you're playing way too safe. You're playing way too much of a healer. I explained how you can be more aggressive. You need to see how aggressive players play and understand when you should be more aggressive or not. To try to summarize the primary ideas of the video is like, understand enemy cooldowns, what they need to do, what you need to do, and play accordingly. They have Orisa Hog, Reaper Symmetra, Hog can hook you, understand how, in what range they're effective and in what range they're not effective, so play accordingly to that. If they have, for example, Widow Hanzo, play around walls more. If they have Pharah Widow, you're fucked, most of the times. Make sure to call out cooldowns. I don't know your comp, so I haven't insisted on them. Positioning wise, you're a very good and passive support, which is okay. But again, to win games, you need to be more aggressive. Use immortality fields in a more aggressive manner, and you're going to see that you're going to climb a lot more. Keep an eye out about respawns by pressing tab and seeing when they respawn, and keep track of the kill feed. And usually that's about it for what you need to keep an eye out for. So I hope you learned a thing or two.